Some of you may have clicked on this video thinking surely this is bait, Vash wouldn't actually build out Blue Beetle, and there's no way it can actually do that much damage because the Blue Beetle that I know has always been relegated to stat stick duty for Sharon, Viessa, or anyone else with a fusion skill for the sake of the crit rate bonus that it has. Unfortunately, that is not the case. Blue Beetle is actually a legitimately good weapon. Is it going to compete with Last Dagger in terms of DPS? Fuck no. Can it get an 8-second or faster Defiler kill? Absolutely yes. My core rolls were kind of shit on this build, so I got an 8-second at best, but I am positive that with perfect rolls and with perfect aim, someone will be able to achieve a 6-second Defiler kill with Blue Beetle. Normally in a weapon video, I like to talk about the ultimate perk, but the ultimate perk has absolutely nothing to do with how the weapon functions, and if you've already watched my prior videos, you know how this works anyways. For once, we're not actually using Gley, and this time we're using Hailey. If you've watched my Hailey videos or have literally played the game at all in the last 3 months, you already understand that Hailey has a stacking crit rate bonus from her third ability, Cold Fury. This adds base crit rate to both her skills and her weapon as it stacks up higher. She also gets a crit damage % bonus when she's at max stacks, and then the farther away she is from a target, she gets a % weak damage bonus. But regarding which mods you take on her, you just want to make sure that you have maximum cooldown and then just put on anything else that you'd like to afterwards. So in my case, I had the 2 focus mods, Nimble Fingers, MP Conversion, and then Multi-Talented because her Q is going to be a Dimension skill, which will give you even more cooldown. Your reactor is completely irrelevant, but your component set, you do actually want to take the Polar Knight set. Her Q applies the cryo debuff on enemies, which makes it so every time you shoot the enemy with a cryo debuff, it takes the sum total of all firearm-based damage. And when I say the sum total, I mean the end total damage that the enemy takes. And then you take 50% of that and add it in as a new number as the cryo damage. But what makes this convenient for our purposes is every single stack of cryo that gets applied to the enemy has a chance to proc the Polar Knight effect, which will give you more crit damage. Given that this is going to be a crit-focused build, there is nothing else in the component set that can beat this out in total damage gained. When it comes to Blue Beetle, though, we are taking concentration priority, action and reaction, better concentration, better insight, electric enhancement, real-life fighter, have aiming, overwhelm, or ultra precision strike. For Defiler in particular, it doesn't actually matter which one you take, they are identical in terms of the results they offer. And then you take fire rate up and weak point sight. In the end, I'd probably say take ultra precision strike instead of overwhelm, because ultra precision will let you use this on any boss, not just Defiler. But when it comes to Defiler in particular, overwhelm will technically be a 0.05% damage gain. Who fucking cares? On the substats, you want to take critical hit rate, critical hit damage, weak point damage, and then electric attack. Again, surprisingly, we do not take Colossus attack anywhere in here. It would be a damage loss in the long run. And then on our cores, we take electric attack doubled up, firearm attack, and then I personally took rounds per magazine just to give me more shots just in case. But in theory, if you were a speedrunner farming out a perfect run, you would want to take fire rate here instead. Obviously, we started the video with an 8-second kill because I think it's fucking comical that Blue Beetle can even be used like this. We are going to see faster kills done by other speedrunners that use this build, but just to set expectations, a normal kill will probably look something like you're seeing in the background, being about 14 to 15 seconds long, which is still about 15 seconds faster than Inez, because God knows she's fucking terrible at killing bosses. But in the end, that is all we actually have to talk about. It should be a quick fucking video for quick fucking kills. If you want to be quirky and not build out Last Dagger, but instead build out Blue Beetle, you absolutely can for consistent 15-second kills or faster. And if anything, this should just serve as a warning to not overlook a weapon just because it's been shit in the past. The weapon core patch has been just as much as a regular weapon buff as it was a weapon rebalance. And I, for one, welcome our Blue Beetle overlords. Say fuck it. I know a faster time is obviously possible. If I had like a perfect second attribute core, which I don't, that I might be able to like meet this damage threshold we're missing to fucking down him before he creates his bubbles, which is seemingly unavoidable and cursed unless I get really fucking lucky on these crits. That oh, gentlemen, we might have it. Come on, yes! Yes! Okay, we got it. I just had to complain.
Let's fucking go. Am I recording? I am. Let's go. Let's go. What's the time, gentlemen? What's the time? Yes!
That couldn't have been more perfect.
That is beautiful.